Pickup trucks are supposed to be the ultimate tough guys, built to handle anything you throw at them without a single complaint. But here in 2026, some of the hottest trucks on the market are turning into $100,000 regrets. And I'm not just guessing or spinning dramatic tales to rack up views. This is based strictly on hundreds of thousands of real owner reports, official complaints to the NHTSA, in-depth surveys from Consumer Reports, and specialized forums where folks are at their wits' end with their rigs. But before I spill the beans on these 12 problematic pickups, you should steer clear of at all costs. If you want more content like this to help you make smart decisions before dropping your hard-earned cash, hit that subscribe button now and give this video a thumbs up, because we're about to expose issues that dealers will never tell you about. Alright, let's dive in. These are the 12 pickups you shouldn't buy in 2026 if you don't want to regret it big time later. Number 12. Ford F-150 Power Boost Hybrid. Listen up, I know exactly what you're thinking. It's America's best-selling truck. How bad could it really be? Well, when you strap a complex hybrid system onto Ford's already troublesome 10 or 80 transmission, what you get is a reliability nightmare that's leaving owners with $70,000 trucks dead in the shop. Ford publicly swore they'd fix the transmission issues with an updated CDF drum back in late 2022. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Owners of 2024 and 2025 models are still reporting the same harsh shifts, metallic clunks and vibrations. There was a viral case on Reddit where an owner's 2024 F-150 hybrid failed at just 4,900 miles, flashing a total transmission failure warning. The core issue is that the Power Boost has super complex electric modules controlling everything, and they're failing at alarming rates. Failures in the gateway module or gear selector can leave you stuck in park or throw that terrifying "Stop Now" message while you're cruising on the highway. Number 11. Ram 2500 and 3500. Heavy duty. You'd think a heavy-duty truck built for serious work would be rock-solid reliable. But Ram's HD lineup has turned into a reliability mess with 3 catastrophic issues that can strand you anytime. The biggest nightmare is the high-pressure fuel pump on the 6.7-liter Cummins engine. This thing can fail suddenly, shutting down the engine with no warning. Picture hauling a massive trailer down the road and your $80,000 truck just dies. No power, no heads up. It's insanely dangerous. Then, there's the documented fire risk. These trucks have a defect involving the transmission dipstick tube. Fluid leaks out, hits hot engine surfaces, and sparks spontaneous fires. We're talking flames shooting from under the hood while you're driving, forcing you to pull over and bail. On top of that, there's the TIPM, or Totally Integrated Power Module. When this electrical brain fails, your truck acts possessed. The engine shuts off randomly, lights go haywire, and windows stop working. The TIPM controls virtually everything electrical, and when it goes bad, it creates a cascade of issues that even dealers struggle to fix. Number 10. Toyota Tundra I-Force. This one shocked a lot of loyal Toyota owners because when people buy a Tundra, they're chasing that legendary bulletproof reliability, and this new generation shattered that trust. The main culprit is the new 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 I-Force engine. Early engines were built with machining debris, basically metal shavings left inside the block. Those shavings ended up in the oil system, and the results were disastrous. Main bearing failures, seized engines, and full engine replacements, sometimes with under 20,000 miles. Toyota issued recalls, but once an engine has metal debris damage, there's no partial fix. It's a full rebuild or swap. Plus, 2025 model owners are still reporting random warning lights, frozen screens, and issues with brakes and steering. They might not be catastrophic on their own, but they're unacceptable in a $70,000 truck. Bottom line, this isn't the set-it-and-forget-it Tundra anymore. It's a first-gen powertrain with expensive growing pains. Number 9. GMC Sierra 1500. Look, General Motors has been building reliable V8 engines for over a century, right? So when their flagship 6.2-liter V8 starts literally exploding in near-new trucks, you know something went horribly wrong in engineering. And that's exactly what happened recently. GM had to issue a nationwide stop-sale order for nearly 600,000 trucks due to documented catastrophic engine failures. The core problem: crankshafts and connecting rods manufactured incorrectly with out-of-spec tolerances. We're talking engines that seize up completely or literally detonate while you're driving down the highway. But wait, it gets way worse. GM's dynamic fuel management system uses extremely complex hydraulic lifters that collapse prematurely, especially in heavy city traffic. When one of these lifters fails internally, it bends metal pushrods and totally destroys the camshaft. And here's the absolute worst part. Owners are reporting having to do this costly repair multiple times on the same vehicle. We're talking invasive, expensive engine surgeries that can run $6,000 on trucks that should be rock solid per GM's own slogan. Add to that the persistent transmission shudder that's plagued these for years. The 10-speed box just can't make consistent smooth shifts, and dealers just throw software updates at it, hoping one sticks. This is the heart of the brand, their absolute flagship product, and they can't get the basics right. Resale values are tanking hard because smart buyers know about these issues. Number 8, Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Same exact truck, same mechanical disasters. The Silverado shares every major issue with its identical twin, the GMC Sierra. That catastrophic 6.2-liter engine with badly made crankshafts that explode, the fuel management lifters that collapse and wreck the engine internally, and the 10-speed transmission that vibrates constantly, like it's never heard of a smooth shift. The only real difference between this and the Sierra is the gold bow tie emblem on the front grille. Everything else, the documented engine failures, transmission problems, and total owner frustration, is identical. General Motors just doubled down on their massive reliability flop across two brands. It's the same flawed engineering sold twice with different badges, and Consumer Reports significantly downgraded the reliability rating for both trucks due to the overwhelming number of complaints. Owner forums are packed with horror stories of repeated repairs. And before we keep revealing more issues, a quick favor. If this video is helping you avoid a costly mistake, hit like right now and share it with someone who's thinking about buying a pickup. Number 7. Hyundai Santa Cruz. Here's the fundamental issue with the Santa Cruz. It's not really a true truck, and its mechanical problems prove it. This is basically a jacked-up Tucson with a tiny bed in the back, and Hyundai's dual-clutch transmission can't even handle that. The 2022 and 2023 models are absolute reliability nightmares. Owners report total power loss while driving normally. We're talking terrifying stop safely immediately warnings popping up on the highway with zero acceleration available. Hyundai issued an official recall for 2022 models due to dual-clutch transmission oil pump failures, but mysteriously didn't include 2023's, even though literally nothing changed in the design. The dual-clutch transmission constantly shudders, hesitates on acceleration, slips under load, and then just gives up entirely. Some owners report their transmissions being fully replaced twice before 20,000 miles or 32,000 kilometers. And when dealership techs can't replicate the intermittent issue in the shop, they send you home frustrated until the failure becomes catastrophic and total. Add to that an electrical system that goes completely bonkers. The touchscreen freezes randomly, false safety alerts beep every 5 seconds, and constant issues with the AC that stops cooling. In the end, the Santa Cruz is Hyundai's failed attempt to play in the pickup market without fully understanding what truck buyers really need and expect. Number 6. Jeep Gladiator. The Gladiator desperately tries to be a Wrangler with a bed. But that combo has created a reliability disaster, with 3 major issues Jeep hasn't fixed for good. First, the infamous Pentastar 3.6-liter engine lifter tick. The rockers fail prematurely, sending microscopic metal debris through the oil system that progressively grinds down the camshaft. Owners report their engines sounding like noisy diesels before the camshaft fails completely. There's an active class action lawsuit over this, and Jeep's fix is to replace failed parts with the exact same factory defective components. Then there's the infamous death wobble, a violent, uncontrollable front axle vibration above 65 kilometers per hour. Jeep issued a settlement extending the warranty to 8 years or 90,000 miles, which tells you how widespread this chronic issue is. Steering stabilizers fail at just 11,000 miles. Ball joints wear out completely before 100,000 kilometers. It's constant maintenance that should never be necessary. Finally, mysterious auxiliary battery drain leaves owners stranded without starting. Both batteries fail before 25,000 miles, and dealers refuse to replace them unless they're totally dead. When your rugged off-road truck needs constant battery maintenance just to start reliably, you've got a fundamental design flaw. Number 5. Tesla Cybertruck. This thing was hyped big time as indestructible by Elon Musk. In reality, it's fragile in all the wrong ways. Let's start with the most alarming documented issue, the accelerator pedal recall. Early Cybertrucks had pedals that could slip and get stuck wide open. That's not a minor software glitch. It's an absolute nightmare situation. Then there's the total reliance on tech, with no mechanical backups. This truck depends almost entirely on fully electronic steer-by-wire and brake-by-wire systems. For example, steer-by-wire and brake-by-wire. When sensors or software fail, and they will eventually, the truck can lose steering, brakes, or just shut down completely. Multiple owners have publicly reported their vehicles bricking themselves, totally inoperable due to software failures requiring towing to service. And the structure isn't immune either. Under hard off-road use, there are verified reports of stress cracks in the supposedly ultra-tough chassis. Even the stainless steel panels, which were supposed to be infallible and indestructible, are already showing ugly surface corrosion and permanent stains. Bottom line, the Cybertruck is a rolling experiment they're testing on paying customers. That explains why over 10,000 units are gathering dust in distribution lots with no interested buyers. Resale values are crashing hard. Number 4. GMC Canyon. This is a tough pill to swallow for mid-size pickup fans because the Canyon looks tough and capable in photos. But real-world reliability tells a very different and worrying story. The main issue is faulty electronics and false activations of safety systems. Owners report the automatic emergency braking, slamming on violently, for no apparent reason. You could be cruising down the highway with absolutely nothing in front of you, and suddenly the truck brakes hard like a solid brick wall appeared out of nowhere. Then there are serious issues with the 2.7-liter turbo engine wiring harness. It can chafe against hot engine components, progressively wearing through wires and causing no-start conditions or erratic engine behavior. It's not a random hiccup. It's a systemic design flaw that leaves owners totally stranded. The GMC Canyon scored a reliability rating of 1 out of 5 from Consumer Reports. That's not a typo. 1 out of 5, the worst possible score you can get. That means it's less reliable than almost any other vehicle on the market today. Number 3. Chevrolet Colorado. The Colorado shares every major issue with its identical twin, the GMC Canyon, that terrifying ghost braking system that slams the brakes at highway speeds. The problematic 2.7-liter turbo engine with carbon buildup and chafing wire harness failures, and infotainment systems that just die randomly. Consumer Reports gave both trucks a 1 out of 5 reliability rating. General Motors recalled over 57,000 of these for the false emergency braking. But even after the official fix, owners report the system became even more sensitive and throws constant annoying false alerts. The only difference here is the logo on the front grille. The reliability disaster is exactly the same. It's General Motors doubling down on problems again. Number 2, Rivian R1T. Rivian positioned itself as the Tesla killer in the electric pickup space. Instead, they delivered a vehicle that randomly bricks itself after software updates, leaving $90,000 trucks completely inoperable in driveways across America. The total lockout incidents are absolutely terrifying. Owners report charging their truck overnight normally, unplugging in the morning, and 2 hours later, the entire vehicle locks up and shuts down completely. No doors opening, no screens working, no way to drive it anywhere. Even worse, some owners report smoke entering the cabin from severe electrical failures under the center console while driving. Beyond the software disasters, build quality is shockingly poor for the price. Massive gaps between body panels, visibly misaligned hoods, and leaking seals letting moisture into the cabin. This is supposed to be a premium luxury electric pickup, but Consumer Reports ranked Rivian near the bottom in brand reliability, with a score of just 14 out of 100. When your $90,000 adventure vehicle can become useless from a software update and leave you stranded with no options, that's not tech innovation. It's a beta test you paid to join. Number 1. Ram 1500 Hurricane. This model was supposed to be a bold reset for the entire brand. New engine, new tech, new promised power. Instead, it's become the most talked about truck for all the wrong reasons. The core problem starts with the new twin-turbo inline-6 Hurricane engine. It sounds great on paper, but in real life it's plagued by electrical and sensor failures that are anything but minor. We're talking glitches in the electrical architecture that constantly kill the battery or throw random error codes, fuel pump failures, and sensor issues that cause power loss or limp mode. In some extreme documented cases, catalytic converters are literally melting under heavy load, especially in high-output Tier X versions. Many owners report the check engine light coming on in the first weeks, with dealers replacing modules over and over without a clear fix in sight. What makes it all worse is that while the 8-speed ZF transmission is proven great hardware, it relies totally on the surrounding electronics. When those fail, even the best transmission can't save you. In summary, this was supposed to be Ram's revolution, but it feels like a first-year product with too much ambition and way too little real-world reliability. Stellantis being Stellantis as always, so there you have it. The 12 pickups you should totally avoid in 2026. In the end, it doesn't matter how many horsepower they promise in commercials, how fancy the touchscreen is, or how comfy the leather interior feels. If you can't trust your truck to start every morning when you need it, you don't have a reliable work tool, you have an expensive problem. But what do you think honestly? What's that one truck you'd never buy under any circumstances? Drop it in the comments. We want to read all your opinions and experiences. If this video helped you dodge a $100,000 mistake, subscribe to the channel for more like this and give it a like. Don't forget to share with someone thinking about buying a pickup. See you in the next one.